Peter Dinklage has harsh words for Disney's live-action Snow White remake. I, for one, not a fan of Disney in general. More and more, they're becoming like so many other disgusting major corporations where they don't pay their artists. They get out of paying their artists. They have to be sued by people that work for them because they win against their own contracts. They repurpose and regurgitate like classic animated films to triple dip with the live action remake bullshit. They try and hop on trends of being more inclusive in the LGBTQ plus community, but they do it in like this the least like, you want to talk about baby steps in directions. They are taking the smallest baby steps because there are a lot of like right-wing ultra religious people that love Disney as well. And if Disney put out a major movie, like Disney branded, not Marvel, like if they came out with a Marvel movie that the lead was a gay person, there would be riots. There would be riots. And Disney doesn't want to cause riots, so they're taking baby steps, even on their properties like Marvel and Star Wars and all that stuff. They have very like vague, like, oh yeah, this person is gay, but it's like it's like not. I mean, they're barely getting people of different nationalities, which I appreciate. I appreciate that they're even taking steps. But these live-action remakes are the biggest, saddest, most pathetic cash grab of all. And Peter Dinklage, Snow White, apparently is getting a live-action remake along with all of their classic animated films, apparently. And Dinklage is upset with the fact that the Seven Dwarves aspect of Snow White is a little out of touch. With, not only Peter Dinklage, but there's a lot of performers that are little people that are I mean, Dinklage with movies and TV, I think he's like destroyed it. I think he's knocked down more barriers, more needless barriers than anybody. And there's a lot more inclusion with that. There's a lot more, you have anyway, I'm me trying to think of a name. Brad Williams, comedian, little person, and he had a take on this as well. He has an idea for Disney in order to change up the story to make it work, which I would love for Brad Williams to get hired by Disney to be a writer on that movie. I think the live action remakes could definitely use better writers than they've had, because the Aladdin remake was disgusting. It is such a shame that they made such a pile of shit but happened to cast correctly for once. Baby steps. They don't want anything that good. Will Smith, just another one of the long list of bad movies Will Smith has been in. So it's not surprising that the Snow White thing, they don't care. They're just doing it for money. They have the IP. They want to sell merch. How are you going to sell merch on like a almost 100-year-old animated movie? Like, okay, well, we got to remake it. And they don't put that much care into these remakes. Like The Lion King, interesting, still nowhere near as good as the first one. I mean, it's probably the most successful of their remakes, but still far from the original. So I like that Dinklage is speaking out. I mean, Disney's not a good company. They just got sued by one of their actors because they screwed them over in their contracts. Because of it was the pandemic. It's not necessarily Disney's fault, but Disney could have renegotiated one of the stars of their movies' contracts to help compensate for the change. But no, they have to, instead of, they have to, like, artists have to sue them. And you have to weigh what that means. Do you ever want to work with Disney again? Because if you sue them, you maybe not. So I like Peter Dinklage standing up for it. I mean, I don't care. My excitement for Snow White is minuscule. Minuscule. Because I've already been burned on trying to, like, watch these other ones that they make. They're not good. I'm not a fan of Disney. I don't think they're a good company. And I think they 100% hide behind this facade of, like, child happiness. But I think they are a far darker company than they expose to the world. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't imagine them actually hiring Brad Williams. I mean, actually, I can't see them making a good live action remake movie. Like, I can't imagine Snow White coming out and people being like it being critically and, like, the audiences adoring it. Like, oh my God, have you seen the new Snow White? Nobody's going to say that. But if they did get Brad Williams, it could be like, you would hear somewhere, it's like, did you see how funny that movie was? There were, like, hilarious moments. I could see that because Brad Williams is hilarious.